We are recording from the ashram of our revered Guru, Pujya Sri Swami Jyotirmayananji in Miami, Florida. It is January the 1st, 2022, Saturday evening, and on this New Year's Day, Swamiji is conducting a special meditation, a class on concentration and meditation. And now Pujya Sri Swami Jyotirmayananji.
Om. 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 Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Aim Saraswatyai Namah. Om Aim Saraswatyai Namah. Om Shri Gurave Namah. Om Shri Gurave Namah. Om Brahmanandam Param Sukhadam Kevalam Jnana Murtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Om. Adorations to Sadguru, who is Brahman, the giver of supreme bliss, embodiment of pure consciousness, one without a second, vast as the ether, infinite, eternal, beyond the three gunas and their modifications, the supreme preceptor. We commence the new year, welcoming 2022. And presently you have for practice of concentration and meditation, Lord Ganesha. His mantra is Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah or Om Gam Ganapataye Namah. So, Ganesha's form is highly allegorical. Ganesha enfolds the entire world, all the three planes. Allegorically, that has made his stomach very large. The entire world comes into his stomach in three planes. Practical reality, a reality based on your feeling, and a reality based on your understanding. You live in three worlds. All the three worlds are enfolded by Ganesha, and your goal is to go beyond the three worlds. His head is symbolic of Om. As Om Sanskrit letter is written, it looks like a big elephant face with a big trunk. His trunk is symbolic of double consciousness. It works as sense of perception for smelling, also organ of action, breaking down. That also is symbolic of the goal of life. When you attain it, you develop double consciousness. Deep down, you are rooted in the truth. All this is Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi. Brahman alone exists. But at the same time, in the practical world, You continue to perform various activities meant for disseminating spiritual knowledge. So, we offer our adorations to Lord Ganesha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om. Closing your eyes, mentally visualize the form of Ganesha and continue to adore Ganesha. Invoke his presence for removing all obstacles in your life. With Ganesha's grace, obstacles become tickling sensations. Tickles. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Vakratunda, broken tusk. Mahakaya, large body. Surya Koti Samaprabha. But his shining effulgence is like millions of suns put together. Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva. O God, make our life free of obstacles. Turn obstacles into spiritual opportunities for progress. Sarvada, not for one day, for all times. Turn challenges into the chal of angels. Okay. Next, open your eyes. You are looking at picturesque setting of the forest in autumn, abounding with greenery, mingled with reddish color. An allegorical presentation of the world process. The world you live in is a blend of various perceptions, various colors. And all those colors are radiations of God. The whole world is exploding with divine presence. And that's what you come to feel when you relax in a picturesque forest. Everything is as if singing the glory of God. The sky above, the leaves fluttering and shining, the blossoms, various colors. With that, close your eyes and have a satsanga in nature, prakriti. Next, open your eyes, looking at beautiful sunflowers. Symbolic, allegorical. Your heart should be like the sunflower, waiting to blossom with the revelation of divine presence. God is the sun. Sunflower always receives great nourishment from the sun. All those yellow petals, they are the purified sentiments of your heart. And your heart is enshrining divine presence. With that, close your eyes and mentally enjoy the graceful presence of sunflower. Next, open your eyes, looking at a tiger. Tiger or lion, they play great part in allegorically presenting spiritual strength. Ordinary ego is a strength, is jackal's strength. Spiritual strength is lion's strength, or tiger's strength. Therefore, all the Shaktis, Durga Devi, Kriya Shakti, Lakshmi Devi, Ichha Shakti, Saraswati Devi, Jnana Shakti, all Shaktis, they ride on tiger or lion, call whichever way. They are presented in an allegorical way. If you are facing your physical challenges with spiritual strength, then Durga Devi on her tiger, on her lion, is blessing you. Is the result of that blessing, Kriya Shakti. In the state of your feelings don't go haywire. Then Lakshmi Devi, Mahalakshmi, riding on the lion. And similarly, Mahasaraswati destroys your Amata Mamata, egoism and a sense of mindness. The role of ahamkar, egoism, and allows you to have the revelation of real I am. So all those Shaktis and their operations, the common factor is the tiger. The tiger is spiritual strength. Try to understand the difference between physical strength and spiritual strength. And physical strength, psychological strength, intellectual strength, all that versus spiritual strength in all the three planes. Big difference. I will not go into details. Closing your eyes, enjoy the vision of the Devis showering their blessings on you as Durga Devi, as Lakshmi Devi, as Saraswati Devi. Or enjoying their grace. You are receiving a strength in all the three planes. Bhur, Bhuva, Swa. Physical, psychological, intellectual. Next, open your eyes. You are looking at statue of Buddha. Embodiment of compassion. Radiates love for all. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Karuna avatar, embodiment of compassion. Remember the basic mantras. Om Mani Padme Hum. View your soul as a jewel, mystic jewel, shining on a beautiful lotus leaf or lotus petal in the lake of nirvana, the lake of liberation. And it is going to slip from the petal into the shining water. Goodbye to the world forever. Nirvana. Also, keep your mind adoring Buddha. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. Take refuge in Buddha. I take refuge in the path of Dhamma. Dhamma is Dharma. And in order to follow the path of Dharma, Sangham, take refuge in settings of Satsanga. And if you are blessed, then your life becomes Bihar. Bihar means entertainment. Everyday life is an entertainment. If you are discovering spiritual strength within yourself, then you don't view adversities with a distressed mind and with a degraded feeling. But you view all that with increasing surrender to God. Closing your eyes, have the image of Buddha shining before your mind and develop a deep-rooted vision that you are essentially Buddha. Grow in the image of Buddha. And allow your heart to enjoy goodwill for all, Sarve bhavantu sukhina. May all be happy. May all be free of troubles. May all attain nirvana. Next, open your eyes. You're looking at a beautiful lake in the setting of the mountains, along with beauty of nature, and the mountains shimmering with snow on their tops, and the sky enfolding them all in divine expansion. It's an allegorical setting that try to feel your whole personality in that type of setting. You have the potentiality of divine virtues. They are like those trees. You have the potentiality of calm, serene mind. That's the lake. Potentiality for heights of wisdom, mountains. And deep down you are the sky, Gagana Sadrisham. So with that view, close your eyes and enjoy a glimpse of Samadhi. I am all this. Next, open your eyes. Picture a scene of sunset. The rays of the sun withdrawing the rays as if enters into a mystic ocean. And at that time, there is expression of mystical luminosity, of a reddish hue, symbolic of divine love. So think of mind settling down in the ocean of your heart. When mind relaxes, your heart becomes all in all. Your feeling expands like the ocean. And the delight that you experience is divine love. That's the reddish hue. So with that, close your eyes. Now place yourself by the ocean and practice attunement with the ocean. And in this exercise, you are focused on deep breathing. While you are breathing in, see the waves, the surf coming up towards you with a chorus of Om. As you are breathing out, see the chorus receding. When you see the surf coming up, enfolding you, turn your attention to the divine truth. Aham Brahmasmi. I am not the body, I am not the mind. I am ocean. Ocean of pure consciousness. So while breathing in, now do the same while breathing out. Not only I am internally, all this is Brahman, God, but the external world, all the external world is nothing but God. So internally and externally, all is the absolute truth. And continue several times, breathing in, see how this surf is coming. Feel the sense of immense fulfillment and relaxation. You are enfolded by loving arms of God. All your miseries have gone. And while you are breathing out, you are diving into divine love, ocean of divine love. Internally and externally, you are enjoying divine presence. Not just enjoying, you are being merged in that divine presence. Now next, imagine you have become converted into a beautiful swan. This is a practice of Sohamasmi. I am, that am I. But I am, that am I is introduced to your mind by the allegorical form of swan. Soham turned around becomes Hamsa. Hamsa relates to swan in a folk language, in Sanskrit folk language. So, allegorically, take it. Allow your mind to be entertained. You are a swan. And your heart is fluttering with joy. Why? Because you are looking at full moon of divine bliss shining in the sky. and the whole world is being nourished. And your aspiration of being united with the full moon, you take up a mystic, adventurous journey, a flight. First look at the ocean and enjoy the divine glory. And now begin to fly. As you fly, you pass through layers of clouds. They are layers of mystic illusions until you emerge in the vast blue sky. Now, follow this movement from another angle. You are experiencing the shower of divine grace in three planes. First, in your physical body. Deho devalayo prokto, jivo deva sanatana sadashiva. Consider your body as a divine temple, and your soul is essentially God, the divine self. And see divine grace sweeping over your body. You may recite mentally the mantra Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukum Vabandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. The mantra, healing mantra, healing your all bodily problems from toes to the head, and preparing the body and the health of the body as the foundation for your spiritual progress. In the very beginning stage of your practice of meditation, turn your attention that you are doing this meditation in a divine setting, in the greatest pilgrimage center, in the greatest shrine. And that's your own body, which is your own only from ego's point of view, which is illusory. Having enjoyed shower of grace for your body, now enjoy shower of grace for your mind. Again, create an allegorical setting. Mind, a beautiful lake in the mountains, Mansarovara Lake. And the grace is gentle shower of divine nectar, divine strength, your mind is getting rid of its problems and being inundated with spiritual strength. Rid of the burden of the past, rid of expectations for the future. Enjoying the state of perfect fulfillment, tripti. O mind, all your cherished wishes are fulfilled. Enjoy param tripti, supreme satisfaction, because you are enfolded by God. Turn your attention now to your heart. That's the core of your personality. Using allegorical setting, a mystic cave in a beautiful forest. And in the beginning, the cave is dark. Your feelings are in turmoil. Your feelings are haunted by the forces of darkness. That's the general setting of your heart. If you are not spiritually progressive. And now, a little window opens in the cave of your heart, and a beam of moonlight enters. A transformation takes place. Love of God begins to blossom in your heart. Try to see the big difference. Heart carrying the load of grief, load of sorrow, load of torments. Now the heart is feeling light, gladdened by the light of divine love. enjoy divine communion in a profound way. Profound way, I am that am I. Turn your attention to four great utterances presented by the Vedas. Prajnanam Brahma. That Brahman is pure awareness. Try to develop that vision. A sacred way of viewing consciousness. You're always conscious. And when we are conscious of miseries, etc., they are like reflections in the lake of consciousness. The lake is untouched. Your foundational consciousness remains always the same. And that is Brahman, the Absolute. You are never separated from God. You are the God. Aham Brahma. No, first, after Prajnanam Brahma, Brahman is consciousness. Tattvamasi. Guru gives initiation into the great utterance, thou art that. And when you receive the teaching, you practice it, aham brahmasmi. I am Brahman. And your practice concludes with a revelation, realization. I am Atma Brahman. This very self. You're always talking about your soul. But your soul is not your ego. It is forever Brahman the Absolute. All wishes are fulfilled here and now. Supreme bliss is experienced here and now. Come to the allegorical picture that we have been giving in the beginning. Now the swan has entered into the moon. That state of revelation is like entering into the moon, being blended with God. And see a profound transfiguration in your heart. How its wishes have become totally transformed. What do you wish? Your heart is filled with compassion. And you are sending out goodwill and blessing for all souls. Not a single soul is excluded. No mental calculation. Whom should I bless and whom I should not? No. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. May all be happy. Sarve santu niramaya. May all be free of diseases, sufferings, troubles. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. May every soul wake up to realize, who am I? Ma kaschid dukh bhag bhavet. May miseries terminate forever. May the virus of mortality disappear in the ocean of immortality. Of chanting of Om. 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 Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, Ram, Ram. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Prayer for shower of compassion over all of you with the blessings of Shakti, amazing strength, Bhakti, love of God, Mukti, liberation, moksha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukum Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyama Mritat. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukhabhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityor Mritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om, Hari Om. Happy New Year for all of you. Not ordinary happy. The New Year that blesses you with Shakti, Bhakti and Mukti. Hari Om Tat. commence with New Year message, Twitter that I have shared with you all today. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Resolve to realize God, to destroy the delusion of egoism, to become free from mortality virus, eternal bliss, Hari Om. Further extended, all of you, divine blessings. It's the message for all of you. In all, there is no one excluded. If birds can hear it, it's a message. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Happy New Year 2022. Resolve to realize God, to dissolve the delusion of egoistic vision, to become free from the mortality virus, to dive into eternal bliss of Brahma Nirvana. All of you have my profound blessings. May you be blessed with the grace of Lord Hanuman, Atulit Baladhamam, the abode of infinite spiritual strength. May God bless you all with Shakti, Bhakti, Mukti. And now I'm going to give you the acronym of resolve. First I must spell out resolve. R-E-S-O-L-V-E. R, rise. Upanishad uses the term Uttishtata, Jagrata. Wake up, arise. And the rise term also points to, R term also points to righteousness, dharma. Awaken in your personality love for the goal. The goal is attaining to see, witness the victory of dharma over adharma. So R is rise. Become fully focused on how to let dharma come give you the ultimate goal. Whole Purushartha is planned out in four ways. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Dharma is the ethical value of life. That's the foundation of all spiritual movement. On that, you allow all your material resources being aligned with your practice of dharma. That's called artha. Then how you deal with human beings and animals and birds, how you create loving and atmosphere of near and dear ones. That's called kama. Moksha, the ultimate revelation, aham brahmasmi, which is same as Brahma Nirvana. Buddhist terminology highlights Nirvana term. The Sankhya philosophy highlights Sankhya term. Brahman, the full view of the goal is described as Brahma Nirvana by the Gita. All these are details. So rise. Next, E. Enter the gates of liberation. E is pointing to the entrance. So remember, there are 4 gates to liberation. Shama, serenity. Satsanga, good association. Santosh, contentment. And Vichar, practice of inquiry. Who am I? All these 4 are interrelated. And just to remember, instructive statement by Shankaracharya. Satsangatve nihasangatvam, nihasangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischal sattvam, nischal sattve jivan mukti. Satsanga, one of the 4 gates, satsanga. What satsanga does to a good association? Nihasangatvam leads you to detachment. Nihasangatve nirmohatvam, being detached from earthly values, makes you free from delusional vision. And this leads you to Nischal Tattvam, a constant focus on the goal without being shaken by the worldly problems. Nishchal Tattva Jivan Mukti. And that leads you to liberation. So out of the 4 gatekeepers, I have just given extension of satsanga. Shama, serenity, that must be highlighted in your sadhana. Don't keep mind burdened with memories of the past, expectations of the future, regretting over things that you didn't attain and you had the opportunity to attain them. And 90% of the mind involved in how to deal with inimical people, the negative influences that can come from any source, even from your parents, even from your very house, from your wife and children. So, Shama. Next point must be highlighted. Never entertain a kind of thought process that makes you feel degraded. Never bring about a sense of humiliation within yourself, that I am so little, the goal is so big. If I had the good karmas like that person has, you are always comparing. And the more you compare, the more you despair. It shouldn't be. Santosh means be completely settled. Jahi vidhi rakhe Ram. Whichever way in divine plan you have been placed, this is the best suited for you, for your evolution. Most importantly, see that your mind is constantly focused on vichar. Mind is completely involved in discovering who am I. Whole life and all your project is to resolve the riddle of I am. Take your aham out of this aham car, out of this wretched car, and realize aham is the light of lights. Aham is not the shaking reflected sun defined by mental waters. Aham is light of lights. I am that am I. So far Goprananda, two acronyms, R, E. Next, S, surrender. Kayena vacha manasendriyaiva buddhyatmana va buddhi prasada. Whatever I do by body, mind and speech, all this I do it as offering to God. And it is extended in Bhakti Yoga in several stages. Shavana, listening to the glory of God. Kirtana, singing the praises of God. Smarana, allowing the mind to be saturated by remembrance of God's Leela, His glories, how He is permeating the whole universe. Padasevana, whatever you do, view that you are serving God. Even if you are eating, it's like Rama in you is tasting the food given by Shabari. I'm giving you a very advanced goal. Archanam, in every experience you are as if offering to God. Vandanam, you are bowing down to God. Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. Relating yourself to God has 3 stages. Deha buddhya to dasoham. As long as you are body aware, view yourself, you are a servant, a channel of God's hand. You are an instrument. So you cannot judge God. The servants don't have the ability to judge the Lord and the Master. Their greatest happiness lies in being completely in tune with what the Master has to say. God is your Master. And He is not running away. So therefore, don't sink in despair. Jiva buddhya tvadanshaka. From the point of view of your soul, you are a ray of God. You have the ability to discover you are one with God. You have the ability to grow in the image of God. That's again scriptural teaching, grow in the image of God. Atma buddhya tavaiva. But from the deepest point of view, when you have shed your ego and all your illusions, that's Atmanivedanam, everything has been removed from you. Surrender has reached that height. Tavaiva. Lali dekhan main chali, main bhi ho gayi lal. You went on looking for your beloved. You begin to see that beloved shining everywhere. And soon you turn to yourself, you are same. The river went to meet the beloved ocean. When it entered, it was never separated. So that's all that's implied by surrender. O, resolved. Om is giving you a direct vision of the goal. And in order to understand this, turn your mind to 7 steps of wisdom. Sapta bhumikas. Om is pointing your finger. Shubhecha, aspiration. Vicharana, reflection. Tanu manasi, attenuation of mind. Attenuation of all impurities. Sattvapatti. Now the mind is ready to unmind itself. The projection is ready to move away. The readiness of that projection to move away from the screen. And that gets further embellished and perfected by the next step, Asam Sakti. Handle all your duties. Understand Prarabdha will operate through you. But constant insight that you are instrument in divine hands. You are growing in God's image. So allow your mind to relax, facing all challenges, and at the same time, allow your mind to relax. Wait and see how miracle will do something amazing. Miracle will come, that's God's button. And He will not turn away from His button. Everyone is blessed with God's boon. So Sattvapatti leads to Asam Sakti. Asam Sakti leads to Padartha Bhavana. Padartha means all the multiplicity of things. All this abhavana moves away. Nothing exists, nothing belongs to me. Nothing but this screen. And now the final state, eternity forever. O is pointing to all that. O. And you move through it. O. L, Lali, which is referring to love and light. Spiritual experience brings out increasing revelation of divine love and divine wisdom. First stage, you should have Shakti, spiritual strength. That spiritual strength opens up the gateway to Bhakti. Bhakti is the pointing to love. And Bhakti paves the way to Mukti. Mukti is light. So, love and light. Bhakti and Mukti. Both pointed out by the word L. In Sanskrit literature, L, Lal, Hindi, Sanskrit, Lali mere lal ki. V is victory. Sanskrit word for victory is Jai. But see how closely related is joy and Jai. So, victory means enjoy, happy New Year, joyous New Year. The last E, eternity forever. That experience of victory, bliss of freedom, joy, ultimate, infinite joy, that's not come and go, it's forever. You are Ananda Swarup, the embodiment of bliss. Focus on turning every day into festivity. Don't wait for 365 days. Nityotsavo bhavet tesham nityam nityam cha mangalam yesham hridistho bhagavan mangalayatanam hari. He in whose heart there abides Lord Hari. For him there is eternal festivity day after day forever. Every day is your festivity. Remember the witty word, Navajivan, new life, English. But when it is written Navajivan in Sanskrit, you can read this way the same, that way the same. Every day, and that's subtle meaning behind Pranava Upasana. Worshipping, invoking God as Om. It is awakening that revelation that every day is a day for festivity. In every day, God is shining. Every day, sun shines. The human mind, he shines, but he has gone through a lot of trouble. Headaches, storms, clouds, that there is day and night and all that. But no matter how things are, remember, even using the physical symbolism, sun is never in trouble. Whatever you are experiencing is under the sun's light, diffuse light, obstructed light, but light is there somehow. So therefore, people have the problem, if sun is veiled by cloud, how can I do Surya Namaskar? 4 days have passed waiting for reading Adhyasam Chehrdayam. The sun is not there. Instead of holding that type of mind, every day, Nityotsavam, every day is Utsava. Every day is a new day. Every day is a new year. Every day is your birthday. People generally say, what type of vrata we should make for this new year? What type of vow? The vow that makes your soul avu. Wow. The vow of mental equanimity. Mahamanaha syat tadvratam. Tapantam na nindet tadvratam. Varshantam na nindet tadvratam. Ritun na nindet tadvratam. Lokan na nindet tadvratam. Pashun na nindet tadvratam. Sarvamasmiti upasita. Tadvratam, tadvratam. May we possess a magnanimous mind. This is the vow. Don't be little-minded. Mahatma, Mahamana. May we not condemn the scorching sun. This is the vow. May we not condemn the torrential rains. All these are physical as well as allegorical. Rains are allegorical. Misery is constantly coming in your life. Constant news of Omicron. Not to go on condemning. This is a world and a divine plan, not under your plan. May we not condemn the seasons. This is the vow. May we not condemn people. This is the vow. May we not condemn animals, including birds, trees. This is the vow. May we meditate on, I am all this. In your dream, everything is nothing but you. You become your enemy, you become your friend, you are the mountain, you are the tree, you are the spider in it. How do you know it? When you wake up. And that waking up is your goal. So start making that vow. I'm going to wake up to realize Aham Brahmasmi. I am all this. Brahman alone exists. So all things that your mind so gets inspired by and awed by, try to understand it's you, not your ego. You are totally different from your ego. The body, mind, intellect, ego, they go on changing. The real you, I am, is unchanging. Be therefore settled with the vision, I am all this. Sarvam ahamasmiti. Tadvartam. This is the resolve. This is the resolve. And with this, and the Ramayana is highlighting what we mean by attaining victory, where there is supreme joy, Jaya and joy. That's the theme.